So if you've clicked on this video, you're probably a streamer and you're looking into your options for audio. It can seem like the Wild West out there when you're looking into microphones and audio interfaces, and whether that be USB or XLR, there's a ton of options out there. And most of them are right. So which direction do you go? Obviously, if you had unlimited money, you'd go out and buy yourself a Shure SM7B and a really nice audio interface like the GoXLR, which I would say those are awesome items and they will do you amazing. But depending on where your stream is, that might not be in the books. That might not be financially capable for you. So let's look into some options, specifically 3 options today that go over different steps or different price points that you can hit as you're upgrading your stream audio. Hey everybody, my name is Hunter. I'm known on the internet as Russ the Gamer, the driver of the Russ Bus, my community over on Twitch. And if you want to go find any of my socials, I'll have all that linked down below in the video description. But today we're going to be talking about audio. So in this video, we're going to be talking about 3 different stages of audio in particular. First, we're going to start with just a USB mic. And in this video, we're going to be using the Blue Yeti, which is one of the most popular streaming or podcast mics for just using USB currently. And it's about right because it comes in at $130 on Amazon as of right now, which is a great price point, I think, for really good audio. And I think you can get, and we will see in the audio test later, that you can get great audio out of just a USB microphone with a simple noise gate and compressor. So we'll look into the audio later of that, but we're also going to be talking about what the next step is after that, which in my case, and maybe in your case as well, will be taking your USB microphone and connecting it to an audio interface like possibly a GoXLR. That's the route I went. I went for a GoXLR Mini. And the reason I did this was to give myself the flexibility of being able to separate my audio sources, which is one of the biggest things with the GoXLR that you can do is you can use faders to change the volume of your chat. So if you're talking with your Discord members, you can go slide that up and down separately from what your audio sounds like. You can separate your music so that if you're running Spotify, you have a fader for Spotify specifically. And then you can have a separate fader for any kind of system noises. Like if you're watching a YouTube video or anything like that, you'll be able to have a full audio interface at your fingertips along with using your USB microphone like a Yeti. And then the final step that we'll move towards is using the preamp within the audio interface that you have, like the GoXLR, with an XLR mic, which is the current setup that I'm using right now, and kind of my third tier, if you will. And we can do this all without breaking the bank, as we're only going to be spending money on one item at a time rather than just going straight in with a GoXLR and an XLR mic right from the bat. So let's get a little deeper dive into each one and let's get some sounds examples of all of them next to each other as well, so you can see the differences between all of those. So the first stage of audio that we're going to be talking about is USB microphones. And it'll be the immediate upgrade from a headset microphone where you'll have that dongle kind of covering your face and it'll be up in your mustache and everything, and you just don't want that, being that as a streamer your most valuable asset is your face. It's going to set you apart and make you unique as a streamer, so we don't want to cover it up. The nice thing about a USB microphone is that it's going to be pretty much plug and play. It's going to have all the volume controls, the gain and everything right on the microphone, as the preamp is built into the microphone. And at a pretty decent price point of $130 for a Blue Yeti, that's not too bad. And you'll see that with the audio quality itself in the test in just a moment, you can get pretty good audio out of a USB microphone. This is a test of the Blue Yeti microphone with the noise gate and compressor turned on. Test, test, test. Hey, hey, hey. So the second stage of audio we're going to be talking about is connecting up a USB mic with an audio interface. Specifically, we're going to be connecting a Blue Yeti with a GoXLR Mini, and there's a few reasons you would want to do this. The first one is going to be separating your audio. So you'll be able to adjust your mic separately from your chat's mic. So that means Discord, if they're being really loud and you need to turn them down during your stream, you can do that simply from a fader. You can do the same thing with your music. So if the music is too loud or too quiet, you can adjust that separately. And then finally the system audio, which is going to be things like YouTube videos, or if you're watching someone else's stream while you're streaming and you want to be able to turn them down or up when you're talking to your chat, you can do that all separately, which that in itself I think is an invaluable tool to a streamer. But you add that on top of the second thing that you can do with this combination, which is when you connect your Blue Yeti to a GoXLR Mini, it's just going to sound better. What you'll be able to do with the GoXLR software is adjust and fine tune the sound that's coming from your USB mic or your Blue Yeti, and just make it sound better. Even though the preamp is being used from within the Blue Yeti, and you're not using the preamp on your GoXLR, the software still does affect the sound that comes through, and you can create a better sounding USB mic with that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the audio that comes from connecting your Blue Yeti with the GoXLR, and we can see the differences from that when you're comparing it to just using a USB mic like the Blue Yeti. This is a test of the Blue Yeti microphone connected through a GoXLR. Test, test, test. Hey, hey, hey. So the final stage of audio that we're going to be talking about in this video is connecting up a XLR mic to your GoXLR. So if you already have a Blue Yeti or a USB mic and you're using it with a GoXLR or another audio interface in order to give yourself the ability to have separate audio faders for different sources, and you want to see, or you want to know the difference between using a USB mic and then finally using the preamp within the audio interface that you have, and you want to know what that audio quality difference is going to look like, here's the back-to-back audio test of the Blue Yeti microphone plugged straight into the computer, the Blue Yeti microphone plugged into a GoXLR, and then finally an XLR microphone plugged into the GoXLR. This is a test of the Blue Yeti microphone with the noise gate and compressor turned on. Test, test, test. Hey, hey, hey. This is a test of the Blue Yeti microphone connected through a GoXLR. Test, test, test. Hey, hey, hey. This is a test of the Audio-Technica 2020 in combination with the GoXLR Mini. Test, 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 test. Hey, hey, 1, 2, check, 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 hey. So before ending the video, I did want to come back and give a little bit of my suggestions, a little bit of where I'm coming from when I decided to upgrade, and where I was at in my stream, just that you guys can kind of follow along with that and make sure that you're not spending money when you don't need to. First thing said is that the USB mic, the Blue Yeti, sounds really good. For a plug and play nature microphone that you don't have to worry about an audio interface with all the complexity that comes with that, I think the Blue Yeti at $130 is a steal. You could probably get one used for cheaper than that as well. So if you're using a headset mic, there's no reason to be using a headset mic if you can buy a nice quality USB mic for $130. Just throw a gate and a compressor on there and your stream will be good to go. Now, the only point that you would want to upgrade from there, because your audio is going to be pretty good, is if you want to be able to increase the production of your stream by having the ability to fade music in and out, be able to adjust things on the fly, and all that comes with an audio interface. So when you're ready to make that purchase, I highly suggest the GoXLR. It's super simple to use. Once you get to know it, it is more complex than just throwing in a USB microphone, but I think it's a great way to go. It is going to make your USB mic sound better because you will be able to adjust it from within the XLR app itself. So I don't think you can really go wrong there. And then the final step is going to just be upgrading to an XLR mic. And honestly, the XLR mic, the AT2020, is the same price as the Yeti. if not cheaper than the Yeti. You already made the investment in the XLR or whatever the audio interface is that you bought. So you already have the preamp in there that you can just utilize using a XLR mic. So whenever you're ready to change to that or upgrade to that, whatever that means for you, I think that's a fantastic way to go. This is also my first YouTube video ever, so go down to the comments section, hit the like button, and let me know how I did. And then consider hitting that subscribe button as well so you can catch all of my future content when it goes live.